Your day probably begins with a hot shower and getting dressed in clean clothes. It's a luxury that you probably don't think very much about being a luxury. It's a luxury that a lot of area homeless probably wish they had.
Yeah, and recently, HALO, or Hope and Life Outreach, added on to its Salisbury shelter to include showers. Now, they're taking that project a step forward by adding a laundry facility. And as I found out during a recent visit to HALO, shelter workers hope access to the wash and rinse cycle will go a long way toward breaking the cycle of homelessness.
HALO is a result of seeing a problem and finding a solution, a problem God put on the heart of Celeste Savage back in 2005. Today, the solutions keep coming. The latest problem? Dirty clothes.
A lot of times what will happen, when the guests come in, their clothes are kind of dirty and their income is not there.
Meaning hitting up the laundromat was out of the question.
So we looked at it and thought, well, we really need to have a facility where they can wash the clothes. And that was a while back. It's just a dream that started to come together.
It wasn't until plans were being made to expand the men's shelter that the dream to add a laundry facility for the guests got closer to a reality.
Just decided that as we built the men's shelter, or the expansion of the men's shelter with the showers and with the bathrooms, we would just extend it right straight on through and open a laundromat for our guests.
Not to be confused with a laundry service.
We don't believe in a handout. We believe in that hand up. And so we looked at how can we do this? And the best way we came up with it is provide a laundry facility, a laundromat that our guests, those that whether they stay here or whether they stay on the street, if they want to come in and have their clothes cleaned, this is going to be a token operated laundry facility.
Celeste says guests will earn the tokens by serving at nonprofits in the community.
So that gives back to that nonprofit, as well as our desire is to restore dignity back into our guests.
Dignity that is rooted in something as simple as cleanliness.
How cool is it to have, clean body, clean clothes, feeling good, you're giving back, and, just helping them to move forward.
A move that could land them a job.
When we talk about going to getting a job, we don't think about that kind of stuff. Ourselves, we have a shower at home, we have the clean clothes, and here it's, helping them take that next step up.
Although the laundry facility is far from finished, Celeste says she knows the guests will embrace the opportunity to have clean clothes and serve.
Most of our guests are wanting to do. We find they serve around here just because they're thankful for what they have. And, it's getting them involved, allowing them to be able to do their clothes and yet not be a handout. Just is that worth it. It changes their attitudes. They're able to walk with their heads up high because they're becoming more independent.
HALO has come a long way in the nearly 15 years since Celeste received the call to start it. It's a journey that she says amazes and surprises her every single day.
To providing a cafe, providing a shelter for women and children and for men, and now this laundry facility soon to open, just giving the people right here in our community the opportunity to make that life change. And it's awesome to be a part of it, and the team that we have, it's very exciting to see the impact that each step that HALO's been able to take by God's grace, has had a life-changing impact on our people that we serve.
Now that visit was a couple of weeks ago. I ran into Celeste last weekend and asked her how the project was going. She says it's actually running ahead of schedule, so they should have the laundry facility up and running within the next couple of weeks.
It is remarkable.
It is remarkable. And the way that they're making it so that the residents actually have to go out in the community and do good things, productive things, in order to get the tokens to use at the facility. Yeah. That's great.
That's fantastic. I'll tell you what, Celeste is just a driving force.
She really is.
An amazing woman.